Q&A week on Riley every day continues, but this time I have a special guest. Joining me today is Carter Elliott, and this is your Riley Everyday on a Thursday. Carter, I'm dubbing this Twinsky Thursday.
Hey, lock it in. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be on O'Reilly every day. Honestly, little late in asking me to be a part of it, but it's okay. Better late than never, but never late is better. Riley
I mean,
Davis.
would it make you feel better right now? The only two guests I've had on are you and LeBaron Philon.
That actually means something to me, and that would make a great backcourt if given the chance.
Yeah, big guard. Never forget. Carter Elliott is a big guard. Actually, now would be a good time to share with people. The first time I met you on a Zoom call through Jeff Goodman 4 years ago, you said you played D3 basketball. I assumed you were a guard. I told you that later, and you said, "I'm glad you think I carry myself like a guard." Just know that impression has not changed.
Means the world to me, my friend.
There's a little peek behind the curtain for the audience out there. But anyway, let's get into it. Today's question comes from D Crump on the Sleepers Media Discord. If you are not a member of that, make sure you join. The link is in the description. But D Crump says this. With the UNC to SEC talk, I would love for you to pick 10 teams from the ACC and choose which conference you would put them in and why.
Ooh.
So, Carter, I have prepared this. There are three different leagues. Actually, technically, there are three different leagues we're going to talk about primarily, and then there are two one-offs going to different leagues. I'm going to get your thoughts on these, how I did, if you have any pushback, and I will allot you two rank pools if you want to say no, you got to put them in a new conference.
Good deal.
All right, so first off, we're talking the SEC. I'm putting Carolina there. That's the one who this question is based off of. We've had multiple reports that they're looking to join the SEC in the next 3 years, let's say. I guess there hasn't been a definitive timeline, but it seems like it's a move likely to happen. I went ahead and added three more teams with Carolina to get the SEC from 16 to 20. Had Florida State and Clemson. They've been leading this charge behind the scenes for probably the past 3 to 5 years of trying to get out of the ACC, trying to find a way to break out of the grant of rights. I think they both fit the football mindset of the SEC. Both of them have rivals already in the conference. It makes a lot of sense. But the fourth team I want to put in the SEC is Louisville. And my Louisville thought process here. Pat Kelsey plays SEC style basketball. They get up and down. They have great positional size, crash the glass. I'm looking at a potential Louisville to the SEC, and especially when you look at the influx of talent going to the Cards this year, they're going to be one of the 10, I would say at worst, 10 best teams in the sport. I have them top five, but I'm dreaming about matchups between Louisville and Alabama, Louisville and Auburn, Louisville and Kentucky. Well, that already happens, Louisville and Kentucky, but maybe we get that twice a year. Louisville and Florida, other teams that put a ton of skill on the court, that push tempo and play really fast. And yeah, there's are going to be those types of games that are played in the 90s. Any
Yeah.
thoughts on?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm a big fan of, obviously you brought up UNC. I'm all for that, especially because I feel like some people, like for us, we talked about like, oh, UNC would be awesome in the Big Ten given our personal wants and needs. But UNC makes so much more sense, I think, in the SEC. And then, the football aspect of it as well, locational type thing, geographically, I guess is the word you would use. I think it would be really good, a good move there. I love the Louisville poll too because I don't even know if I want to call it a pet peeve, but like when rivals are out of conference, it's just like I feel like you get robbed of certain things. Like I put it in a Michigan State standpoint. When we were at our peak, we were playing two times a year, right? And like we were battling for Big Ten banners and like even meeting in like the Big Ten tournament, right? Like you got to see that three times a year sometimes. So it was always fun to do. And Pat Kelsey, Mark Pope being in the same conference of these scenes, and then you add that play style. I mean, a Bama Louisville game, a Bama Florida game. Talk about buckets, points, fun. Louisville football very underrated in my eyes as well. That's a phenomenal ad.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the football side as well. I think Jeff Brom could hold his own in the SEC. This is a team that's won 19 games the past 2 years. I mean, that's back-to-back 10 and 9 win seasons for a program of Louisville stature that has some history in football, but of course they're not a powerhouse by any means. The fact that Brome has done that in 2 years, I think he'd be fine. So next up, we will move to your conference, Carter. I have a feeling this is going to be your first rank pool, but I'm going to say it anyway. Big Ten gets two more teams. Y'all get Virginia and Virginia Tech.
What? That's what we get?
So I considered Duke. I want to put Duke in the Big 12 though, not to get too far ahead of myself because I feel like they would be a perfect basketball fit for the Big 12. the thought process with Virginia and Virginia Tech, for one, the Big Ten still prides itself on academics. You get Virginia, a public ivy, so to speak. I also think Virginia will fit the physical style of the Big Ten really well, as long as when you look at their front court and even looking at Ryan Odom's track record, both at VCU and before, he was prioritizing crashing the glass. He's always had a heavy stable of bigs. His assistant coach Griff Aldrich, who comes in from Longwood, he played the same style for the Lancers where they always like dominated the offensive boards. I think Odom's style can play that gritty, grinded out ball. And to me, stylistically, Virginia feels like a Big Ten team in basketball, and I'm buying big things. So I'm thinking they're going to look more like the Virginia of the 2010s under Odom than whatever they've been the past 5 years. So I would at least would urge you to consider taking Virginia. You can kick out Virginia Tech if you want. I just think from a football side of things, you think about the glory days of Frank Beamer, the lunch pail, hard hat style of ball. They
Beamer
had a game
ball.
go to overtime after it was 0-0 with Wake Forest. That feels like the Big Ten to me. And lastly, Virginia they are the Midwest of the South. So this fits on a lot of different levels here, but I will at least give you a chance to push back.
So here's what I'm gonna do to you. Actually, I feel like I'm gonna go against you in a way you didn't think so. Though I like Odom and though I like what Virginia basketball I think is gonna be this season, I would like to leave them behind. I will take Virginia Tech. I'll take that environment for football, Beamer and all, or what formerly was Beamer. But I like Virginia Tech's football team historically, and like Virginia Tech sneakily was like a fun team. Like it used to be like very very fun. I think Coach Young's a good coach. I just feel like he hasn't been able to get it done, but like. I don't know, something about Virginia Tech. So I'd like to pull rank and scoop Virginia right on back, but go ahead and give me Virginia Tech.
All right, Virginia might have to stay in the ACC then. We'll see if we can find them a new home. I like your point on Mike Young. Let's say that if they get added to the Big Ten, there's more revenue coming in, and the boosters can put their money toward the basketball roster as opposed to, the facilities and other things they're funding with Big Ten money coming in. And we see a little resurgence there. Is there any other team you want in the Big Ten? Do you want Duke?
I mean, do I? They damn Skippy, I want to. Are you getting in the Big Ten?
All right, let's put Duke in the Big Ten.
Yes, let's go.
I don't, it's a weird basketball fit, but it would be great for our channel. So
Yeah, give
they're
me
in
the
there.
Brotherhood.
So we're at six teams right now with UNC, Florida State, excuse me, UNC, Florida State, Clemson, Louisville to the SEC, Virginia Tech and Duke to the Big Ten. Big 12, I want to put Miami there because I think under Mario Cristobal, it's a great football fit. You watch Miami last year, any of their conference games, every score was like 45, 42. And let's keep that going. Maybe Jay Lucas revitalizes Miami. I think at least knowing what he did at Duke, where he was the defensive coordinator, defensive minded guy, I think that could be a potential fit in the Big 12, a league that very much prides itself on having length and athleticism up and down the court, keeping you out of the paint, having those mobile bigs that can play on the perimeter. Lucas might be able to fit that style. Is there anybody else you want to add to the Big 12 to give them an even number of teams?
I like the Miami ad. I'm trying to think if maybe what are we doing with NC State?
Leaving them behind in the ACC?
Oh, you said that. You know what? You're letting things take over here. I feel like maybe NC State should be a part of that.
Yeah. Okay. You convinced me.
Yeah, get
Paul
Will
Wade in the
Wade
Big 12 would
there.
be fun.
NC State football is like sneakily okay. Like I feel like that's fine.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned, I could see like Dave Doran being a personality in the Big 12, maybe taking the reins of like the press conference god from Mike Gundy.
Yeah.
Um, like he seems like a little similar personality there. Yeah, basketball wise, they're going to force a lot of turnovers underway. They're going to have a ton of like play a lot of pressure. I think that could be special in the Big 12. So yeah, we'll put NC State there alongside Miami. So that gives us two more schools, and I feel pretty strongly about both of these. Syracuse, you're staying in the ACC for football, but you get to be a basketball only member in the Big East, and but is contingent on moving on from Red Autry. You got to move on from Red Autry. You
I,
need a new coach for this Big East entrance. But I think as you're looking at college basketball and there's a lot of turnover, there's a lot of instability, people need a familiar face. And I think Syracuse returning to the Big East restores that.
just want to make you see my notes here.
No notes?
No notes. That's perfect. That's perfect, my friend.
All right, last one for our 10th school. We're moving to a new conference. Boston College is relegated to the Patriot League.
Is that enough? I feel like that's disrespectful to the Patriot League.
My thought process here is like BC, just go try to dominate the Patriot League. No high major conference wants you. I'm sorry. Like I know it's a great academic school, and maybe like the if there are even 10 Boston College hoops fans in the world, please come on our mentions. Let us win you over. Maybe I'm establishing a new fan base for Sleepers Media by I'm not calling Boston College out. I am calling them up, Carter.
Hey, listen, Reggie Jackson didn't die for this. Just let it be known.
Mm,
Why do I
mm.
feel like what conference is Bryant playing? Is it the America East?
Are they in the A? I think they are in the American East.
That's kind of where I
Are
want to
they?
send them
Are
to
they
one
in
of
the
those
they
two.
Bryant might be in the NEC.
Oh, you're right. They are in the NEC. Okay, I'll allow it. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's send.
Patriot
Honestly,
League.
Boston College can go wherever they want. We can drop them off in the middle of the country and just tell them to go where they want to go.
Well, there you have it. A quick overview. We had UNC, Florida State, Clemson, Louisville to the SEC. We had Virginia Tech and Duke to the Big Ten. Then we had Miami and NC State to the Big 12. We have Syracuse to the Big East as a basketball only member. We have Boston College to the Patriot League. There are your 10 ACC teams' new homes.